so what's good, y'all? This is gonna be about why I had to sell my sneakers, why I haven't posted, things like that. And hopefully this could help somebody either avoid a situation like this or even learn from a situation like this. But let's get right into it. So I haven't posted in the past 2 weeks just because I've been going through a lot of shit. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, not that much physically, but I want to be transparent with my YouTube channel. One reason is because I feel like I don't have an outlet in general. Like I don't have anyone that I can be that vulnerable with, even with myself sometimes. So fast forward, I had to sell all my sneakers. I only have about, I want to say like, as far as sneakers of value, I only have about 5. And I had about 30 sneakers before. And then I have a couple Air Maxes, etc. But I had to sell it because my car got repoed. And I definitely take accountability for that. I believe I don't want to say I took on too much that I could handle, because I could definitely handle it. I made sure that I positioned myself in a way where I could afford it. Things came up, I was really avoiding it. I'm big on figuring it out myself, and this is one of the things that I did to figure it out myself. So yeah, it got repoed. I actually thought it got stolen because when I got off of work, my car just wasn't there. I went through this whole journey of trying to figure it out because I've never been in this situation, and this is not something, I'm not close with either of my parents really, or majority of my family, to be honest. This was something I was trying to figure out, so I called one of my friends. He called his cousin and they walked me through the process I'd have to go to find it. Finally just called the bank I was financing with, and somebody was able to help me find out where my car was at. Started thinking about, once I found out where my car was at, that was the first step. I started just thinking about solutions. I didn't want to be in a place where I was depressed or feeling down on myself or self-pity, because I knew I had to take responsibility for that, you know. So that happened. After that, I knew off rip that I had to sell my sneakers, because those are the only thing, that's the only thing of value. My sneakers are around 12, maybe 13,000, which is the price I have to pay for my car. My car is about, I owe 13,000 on it. I got the interest removed. I'm just short, like maybe like $1,500. I'm gonna figure it out, I always do. I did a buy and sold a huge part of my sneakers for 11K. I'm not gonna lie to you, that whole process, even now, it kinda hurts. But it's not more so on the fact of the sneakers itself. It's the fact that building that sneaker collection, and still was building it for a long time, you know. I started building it in 2017, and that's not that far away, but I've loved sneakers prior to that. That was just when I got my first job at Foot Action and I was able to afford buying sneakers for myself and being able to have access to sneakers that I love. The whole aspect of it, being able to buy sneakers I couldn't afford or didn't have access to before, being able to treat myself, you know, being able to just lacing up a shoe that you either always wanted, or just getting a new shoe and being excited to wear it and put a fit together, or just some of the shoes that I have memories in on how I got it or what I had to do to get it, you know, that whole journey. So it was definitely emotional. I didn't really, even through this whole process, I still have not given myself time to like just, I guess, feel it. I've just been staying positive, being like, well, you know, you're gonna get it back, which is true, I am gonna get it back. But I think this whole journey has definitely taught me that it's okay to like feel it. You get what I'm saying? To be present with those emotions and to not put it off, even though I feel like kind of tricky. I don't feel like I was putting it off, but I also don't feel like I was acknowledging it. I was keeping my mindset in a good place, using that stay positive mentality to, I guess, cope or ignore those feelings or emotions I had towards selling my sneakers and stuff like that. On top of that, I had made, because I also make Instagram content, I'll leave the link in the description and pop it up on the screen. But I made a reel last week and I felt like it was really good and it would help a lot of people. And I put the finishing touches on it today. It just, I guess the Instagram app updated or something like that, and it just deleted. Like for some reason, that was the only reel that it popped up and said it was an error and that it couldn't be recovered. And when I told you that, at that point is what really got me to make this video now. I kept trying to push myself, well, you need to record, you know, you need to get back to posting on YouTube. And in that moment, I felt like breaking down. Cause I've been in this whole thing where I'm like, all right, something wrong happens, I don't dwell on it, which is good. You shouldn't dwell on something, but at the same time, you need to give yourself the time you need to feel those emotions. So it doesn't have to be a week, a month, or anything like that. Even if it's just a few minutes, like don't just skip over it. Acknowledge those feelings and that'll help you be able to push forward even better. I had that moment, which I haven't had in a while, was just like, damn, why does everything keep happening? Like, why does something wrong just keep happening, you know? I keep trying to put my best foot forward and it's just like some wrong shit keeps happening. You get what I'm saying? Just going through that whole motion in your head. I didn't sit in that place too long because that would not allow me to be as productive as I need to be. I'm learning more and more as I do YouTube and as I make content, how it's helping me. I keep trying to make content that's helping other people and inspire other people, and I think that's important as well because that's what I want to do, that's what I'm about. At the same time, I'm learning more about myself in that process. This is definitely an outlet for me, so even if anybody doesn't see this, it doesn't really matter to me. It's allowing me to get those emotions out and to just speak. I'm not gonna let any of this stop me from doing what I need to do and being the person I need to be by any means. In the past, it probably would have. I'm in a different place in my life and it's not. This right here is allowing me to feel. And if you know me, please do not, and if you see this video, do not message me, do not call me, asking me or checking up on me or anything like that. Just don't. And it's not like, oh, Kenny's in a dark place. I'm not in a dark place. And also when I make these videos are not only to allow myself to be vulnerable with myself, this is also to help inspire people and hopefully connect with people that are just going through tough times or just going through tough moments, I should say. And just let those moments be moments. Just know that tough times don't last, tough moments don't last. When you do find yourself in those situations, if you feel like you need to step away, if you feel like you need to call out from work, if you feel like you need to go for a walk, watch a movie, whatever you feel like you need to do that. Be aware of how you're feeling, be okay with how you're feeling, be empathetic with yourself, and just feel. Get back on your shit. You feel me? Like, stay positive. Start thinking about what you can do versus what you could have did or what you should do. Think about what you can do in that moment and what's gonna make the most sense, not only for you, as far as the next steps going forward. Moral of the story, sometimes things are gonna happen that's outside of your control and you're gonna make mistakes along that path. Don't beat yourself up about those mistakes and don't not acknowledge where you messed up in those situations, and you'll be good, I promise. Don't make the same mistakes I made. I do feel a lot better. I hope if you're going through something and you see this, you feel a lot better. Feel free to DM me if you're going through anything, or comment down below if you're going through anything, or if you learned anything, or if you want to express something that's helped you that maybe could help me or anybody else. I post every Friday between 12 and 8 around that time. That sounds like a whole work schedule. Until next Friday, I'm gonna see y'all.